Hey guys, before I start this video, I just want to talk about predictions videos in general. Basically, please consider looking in the description right now. You should realise with every predictions video that I do, I always provide chapters. But more specifically, you should understand the format by now. I will talk about the skins I feel most confident in to begin with, and I'll gradually go through all the skins all the way to the point where we reach the last skin, the skin I'm least confident in. Does that make sense? Now, why am I making such a big emphasis about this? Well, I've started doing Rustore investing reviews. Basically, after 4 weeks with the Rustores, I'll go back to it and see if our expectations were met or did things go differently. Basically, if there was a skin I felt very confident in, did it turn out to, sell very nicely? Or if there was a skin I wasn't very confident in, did it kind of struggle as I expected? That's the whole idea. And we use our predictions videos to get a good idea of what we thought back then. So that's why I'm making such a fuss about it. Cool. So with that, brand new Rustore, the July 2024 Force Wipe Rustore. And I think by default, a lot of people are very happy with this. So of course we got the introduction of bikes today. We had other new content. We got a lot of bike themed skins, you can clearly see. But here we are, figuring out which of these skins potentially might be the best investment for this week, which of these skins might help us walk away some sweet delicious profit. The skin I'm feeling most confident in is the Neon Full Kit Locker. Now, it's in a very interesting spot. It's very similar to the position that the Neon Small Fuel Storage had. So let's just quickly go over the details in regards to this and then explain why I feel confident in it. So this was something different. Duck just felt like, you know what, instead of doing more and more small boxes, let's try and do something different. He decided to make some lockers, and he plans to do 3 in total. There might be more, but I'm aware that he has Full Kit Locker, Tier 2 Locker, and Hazy. So we'll see how this turns out. There might be more, we shall see. But he does intend to go back to doing more small boxes. He just wanted to try something out differently for a while, and hey, it got accepted. And also we should point out that this is the first locker skin to be accepted in all of 2024. Now, if you happen to have bought any of these lockers that came out in the past 2 years, such as this, and of course that, well, recently they've been doing quite well because we haven't had any new locker skins for a while, but now we do, and very likely we'll probably see 2 more fairly soon as well. So if you own any of these, maybe it's a point where you consider selling them now, because I can't help but assume with a lot more newer ones coming out soon, these are going to probably start struggling. They're going to lose interest, they're going to lose value, price go down. Not too hard to comprehend. So that's some information for you. You decide what you do about with that. Cool. So it's been about 7 to 8 hours. That has done 14,000 subscribers. That's ridiculous. Yes, it is. Right, so let's just kind of make some comparisons. Going back over to here, you might recall where we had an absolute ridiculous first 24 hours of sales for that Neon Small Med Storage. That did almost 26,000 subscribers. At the current momentum, it really does look like this locker probably will be matching up to that, which means potentially, well, I feel very confident it's doing at least 40,000 subscribers. We'll see how things turn out, but it's going mad, it's going crazy, it's got so much momentum behind it. And on the horizon, potentially, even more lockers. Now, if we get like a supplementary small collection of lockers, if another locker gets accepted next week, is that going to cause this to spike in price? That is questionable, but let's go back over to here. Why did I bring up this storage, and why am I sitting here saying that the Neon Full Kit Locker seems to be in a very similar spot? Well, basically, if you can recall, this was a very weird Rustore. I call it the pseudo complete the sets, not necessarily legitimately complete the sets, but we got a lot of random skins from notable collections that were in the workshop for years and then randomly got accepted for this Rustore. With that appearing, that was completely by surprise. I could not figure out if that was definitely going to continue. Lo and behold, of course it did. We got more small boxes being accepted. But I couldn't tell if that was going to spike in price with a brand new one being accepted next. Lo and behold, that did happen. But it was the only small box to really spike in price when a new one appeared. So when food storage was accepted, that went all the way up to $4. Then it gradually went down to about 3, then it kind of gradually went down to 2. Basically, it had a very nice high point, but it hasn't really matched up to that point for a while now. With the likes of this appearing, we started to notice problems. Lots of people were buying them, but lots of people were throwing them on the Steam market. That, of course, led to prices gradually going down, and, of course, it's below its Rustore price already. Initially, I thought, okay, we'll have to wait until around September time, then we'll notice struggling. No, it's already happened. Whereas the small fuel storage, that's been mostly perfectly fine ever since it existed. So, an interesting spot. Is the locker going to be in the exact same position as well? this is where I have to question things. Would another locker, being part of the Neon Locker set, cause this to spike in price? I don't know. I really don't. So, yeah, just wanted to bring this up. Clearly, you should know by now that that's been doing all right. But inevitably, once we reach around October time, that is still expected to go below its rust or price. How much by? I don't know. But yeah, 46,000 sales. Don't be surprised if we see a lot more listings on the Steam market. And right now, how many listings do we see? 621. What? Well, there you go. That's absolutely ridiculous. And around October time, maybe 1,000 plus. So anyway, back over to here. This is selling insanely. There was a lot of people playing today, up to 175,000. But a lot of people do disappear once we reach the autumn-fall seasonal dip. September, October, November. We'll probably drop down to about 70,000 people average throughout the whole months. So I'm questioning it a lot. It's abnormal, so I don't need to rush into buying it. I can wait until Wednesday. I can see the total sales by then make a decision. Do my abnormal barders, look at the abnormal barter support, and figure out, do I actually want to jump in and buy some? I'll sit here and say this. I can't help but assume that very likely will be perfectly fine in the future if you wait for the long term. Basically, we really haven't been seeing that many locker skins being accepted recently. I have seen some very nice ones being submitted to the workshop. They don't get accepted. Okay, that's fine. But looking at this, if we do follow this pattern behaviour of, alright, we're just not going to really accept that many locker skins from here and now, quote unquote, what Face Punch might have said, we'll see. They haven't actually said it, I'm just like talking theoretically. But yeah, that very likely will be doing perfectly fine around post-Christmas. I'm talking January 2025 time or next summer. So if you've got a lot of money to spend right now and you're more than happy to wait, maybe that might be a perfect thing to consider buying into. And potentially, for the short term as well, buying it and trying to flip it next week if we do see another Neon Locker being accepted next week. So it's a bit all over the place. I'm sure you understand, but it's selling ridiculously, but we very likely will be seeing sequels. This Neon Storage Collection is getting weird, but it's getting more acceptances, so hey, that's fine. We're not going to complain about that, I'm sure. But yeah, it's up to you now. I've given you all of that information. Keep an eye on the workshop over the course of this weekend. We'll see what else comes out, but it is expected another Neon Locker will be coming out. Sounds good? Cool, right, so smart decision is to wait it out. So I have made this point. Consider watching the likes of my recent Rust Abnormal Barter video. Basically, it'll explain to you what abnormals are within the first 2 or so minutes. Then skip ahead to the Barders. You'll understand that with the Barter advantage, we got a good idea if we want to jump in and actually make a purchase of said skins. Cool, right, so that's fine. What else is looking to be quite appealing to me as a potential nice investment? I can't help but sit here and say Shadowborn Rug. Now, I will bring this up. Shadowborn Collection definitely had like a lot of momentum. It was doing very nicely earlier this year, but some of these skins have started to drop off a fair bit. But this is new, this is different, we need to question it. Right, so the state of this. Rug skins so far this year have done quite alright. That not so much, but Respawn Allegory Fresco, which was also made by Vase, the man behind the likes of this Shadowborn Collection, also made by Cubist as well, but rug skins so far have been doing quite alright. I'm quite surprised to see Damaged Tiles Rug's been doing better. Grass Rug, not too surprised. Wildrum Effect. Anyway, I have to question this. How much are you going to sell? Will you be alright during the, the good months? Well, like post-Christmas and the summer and whatnot. Let's look at this Respawn Allegory Fresco again. So, this is selling for $2. This sold for $1.49. That did 24,000 subscribers. That's been doing alright these past couple weeks. So I can't help but assume Shadowborn Rug, which looks very, very nice, glows in the dark and looks very, very cool. Can't help but assume it will be doing alright in the future. It's just a matter of, is it likely going to dip down in price to a certain point? How low potentially will it go? Well, I can't help but assume, yes, it will be dipping below its rust or price inevitably at some point, but it very likely might be a situation where we'll probably do bars of up to about $1.50, maybe, potentially, but I need to see how many sales have happened, so I'm not rushing into making an investment. By all means, if you like the skin, buy it, use it, enjoy it, support the skin creator, keep them nice and motivated, keep wanting to put out nice creative designs in the future. However, if you're wanting to make an investment, buying 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 100, maybe even 1,000, wait until Wednesday. Abnormal barters first. Look at the support, then make a decision. That right there, I can't help but assume we'll very likely be seeing some more Shadowborn skins being produced. Will they be accepted? We shall see. But yeah, the reason why it got accepted today, probably because it has, the great, references to bikes and whatnot. Apparently it's supposed to be referencing the Terminator. I get it, I see it. Alright, cool. Right then, so, If we were to see more deplorables, I'd like to see it spike demand, spike in price. But with this appearing today, I didn't see that much change with the other Shadowborn deplorables. It's very likely going to be a Bardo situation, but I do expect it to fare better compared to most of these other skins. So we'll wait till Wednesday, we'll see how that is. That is abnormal, we'll use that to our advantage. Right, let's look at the other skins. By default, I will have to sit here and say Road Angels, Pants and Hoodie, it's 50-50 territory now, so it's a bit iffy. But if we were to see continuations being produced, Tier 2, Tier 3, by all means, sure, that will probably work out ever so nicely. So this is a perfectly looking design. Someone jokingly said, it's a budget blackout set. Let's not say that all the time, but hey, if we were to see a continuation, I'd be happy. It will definitely have a spike demand, spike in price moment, but it's bike themed. What's wrong with that? Well, I mean, we had the bike update. Okay, cool, yeah, so there was a very good reason for why that was accepted. But will we see more of them being accepted after the bike update? What do you reckon? Well, at the very least, if we see a sequel being produced over the course of this upcoming weekend, I'd feel more confident in that. But the longer we wait to see that being accepted, the stronger the doubts I have if we do see any continuations. We've had some themed updates in the past where certain theme skins got accepted because it was in reference to those, the update. When sequels were made, they didn't get acceptances and whatnot. This very likely might be another, situation like that. Regardless, if you like it, by all means buy it for yourself. In terms of wanting to make an investment, unfortunately, this is not abnormal. Best thing we can do is look at these skins on Wednesday night, see how many sales they've had, and then question if we want to jump in. That will only become marketable when the next rush store rotates next week. So, iffy, alright? But we'll see. But, as I said, Tier 2, Tier 3, boots and gloves, whatever we see, if it gets accepted, yes, spike in demand, spike in price. It might be 99 cents now, but it might work out ever so nicely. But the fact that it's selling for only 99 cents is also becoming a bit of a problem for it. As you can see, both of these have already done 10,000 subscribers already. If that does like 25,000 subscribers, I'm definitely going to start getting a bit worried. Cheap hoodie and pants, there's a lot of it, and there's quite a lot of things to compare to. It's awkward, but just trust me when I sit here and say, if we have far too much quantity being bought compared to actual genuine demand, well, what's going to happen to that excess stock? It's going to get thrown on the Steam market, it's going to get thrown on third-party sites, and the values of the skins will go down because people will compete with each other to try and make a quick sale, and the values of skins will just keep going down and down. So we'll see how it is, but I'm sure you understand. So smarter to wait it out. By all means, if you like it, buy it for yourself. Right. By default, I also then have to move over to like the jacket. Same thing. If we do see continuations with this, it could be boots and gloves, hoodie and pants, tier 2, tier 3, you name it. So as long as we see it, yeah, things could, of course, also help out the likes of this Hell Riders vest. But there is a problem. What's that? Well, basically, it's competing with each other now. What if they both put out tier 2 armor or tier 3 armor next week? Well, only one of them's likely going to get, any continuation. And by default, even if they produced different skins, I can't help but assume only one of these will probably, continue and get more skins. There's a very good chance neither of them do. Alright? That's awkward. But more specifically, things are a little bit more awkward for the Hell Riders jacket. It's a jacket. How many jacket skins have we had accepted so far this year? Oh no, a lot. A lot compared to all the previous years. So yeah, a lot of black jackets as well. Why do I bring that up? Well, initially when we had the black gold jacket, I thought, wow, budget blackout option. And then the training jacket came out, and that was like half the price. And then the Twitch drop came out during the same week, so that turned it into even more of a problem. Now, I know recently we had the Dragon Rage jacket accepted last week. Same things applied to that. Then we got another jacket accepted. Oh dear. Let me put it this way. I won't be surprised in the slightest if we potentially see another jacket in some form or some way appearing at some point, during the rest of this year, because we were only halfway through the year. There's plenty more jackets where that came from. Oh no. At the very least, the transparency on this to cut off the sleeves, it does look cool, and it can pair up ever so nicely with a lot of hoodies, so I could see that working out quite alright, but I am still questioning things. It is selling a lot. This rush store is being pretty insane. Lots of momentum, lots of sales, but that could also lead to problems. Far too much stock on the Steam market leads to, of course, awkwardness. So I do lean more towards, I don't know, and I am a bit worried because if Training Jacket keeps getting more and more cheaper and cheaper, other jackets like this very likely will suffer as well because people probably just rather stick with, the Training Jacket. So that We'll wait it out, look at it Wednesday. It is abnormal. Use that to our advantage. Cool. Right, what else am I sitting here looking at thinking what potentially might work out quite alright? I'll sit here and say Commuter Headwrap. We haven't got that many Headwrap skins in total, as you can see. We've only had 2 so far this year. Last year we had 1. 2022 we had none. During this year we had 5. Those ones aren't really holding up very well. Then it gets to the territory of, you know, the really old ones where they're a little bit more expensive and whatnot. Okay, cool. Anyway, Commuter Headwrap. This is a very goofy looking skin. I'm pretty sure a lot of people are going to probably want to wear this for roleplay purposes, or, you know, if you're dangerous to yourself, just wear a helmet, you know. It's a burlap head wrap though. It's primitive. And I thought, well, what if Nolfa and Jimmy Tedeschi ended up making like a cyclist's outfit, but in like burlap? So then it'll be like a full primitive set. We'll see if that turns into something, but we've got to keep an eye on the workshop, because all we can really do is wait and see what gets produced over the course of this upcoming weekend. Alright, so yeah, that's it. Goofy, silly, it's selling quite a lot. 99 cents again, oh dear. It's not abnormal, oh dear. We don't have time to our advantage. But at the very least, if we do see some form or some sort of sequel to this over the course of this weekend, alright, that'll be interesting, that'll be nice, but I need to see it. So, not rushing into it, waiting until Wednesday, and I have to make a decision because it's not abnormal, so yeah, I know, it's awkward, but again, it's another situation. Cyclist theme skin, are we definitely going to see more cyclist or bike theme skins being accepted with, you know, in regards to continuations of these skins over the course of the rest of this month, or at any point in the future? I don't know, alright, just bringing that up. Right, what else is looking to be reasonably okay? I'll be honest with you, the remaining skins, I am questioning, alright? So this is where it's starting to get a little bit more iffy. I will sit here and talk about the likes of the Nuke room storage. So this is starting to get a bit strange. What do you mean? Well, this was actually kind of supposed to be a military skin. If you aren't fully aware, Modern Military or Military Collection is one of the biggest collections of biggest skin collections in Rust. And about 2 or so weeks ago, the sheet metal double door was accepted, but Facepunch turned around and renamed it. They called it Nuke room double door. So we're in a weird spot now where we have a brand new collection, because this storage right here has also been called Nuke Room. That's a new collection. That is a new deployable collection, to be precise. However, let me just clarify, with this year, I've seen so many deployable collections get, you know, accepted and started, but then they finish with just 2 or 3 skins. Yeah, so I'm worried that the exact same thing's going to happen to the likes of this, and also, as I look at all the large box skins, you might notice that not all of them are doing super great. We sort of recently had a free Twitch skin, and what if I were to sit here and tell you there's another one coming? There's another one coming. So I get I'm very iffy. I do not think that's going to work out very nicely. I'm sorry to say, Robstar and whatnot, but there is another Twitch drop just on the horizon that'll be coming out this month. So you've been warned, you've been kind of like informed. I have a video coming out soon showcasing all those skins, so don't you worry. But yeah, $2.49, will you retain your price? I doubt it. I do believe you'll be going below that. But if we were to see more Nuke Room Nuke Room deployables being produced and accepted and whatnot, alright, okay, cool. Continuation for the set, more deployables for the deployable collection. Pre-existing deployables very likely will spike demand, spike in price. Is it going to happen? We shall see. Robstar's a pretty good skin creator though. He's pretty quick. I'm pretty sure he'll be definitely doing that. So keep your eyes open. Keep an eye on the workshop. It's as simple as that. Right, remaining skins. How are we doing? Well, I'll probably look at the likes of the Quarantine Thompson. It ain't looking good for Thompsons at the moment. Changes were made. Aim cone not so good. Kind of lost its spot in terms of the totem pole, but yeah, look at all these skins. It definitely reflects to the people's attitude with the weapon itself. That's the problem. Now, I will bring this up. White and black Thompsons tend to perform a little bit better. You might notice some of these are down by like 33%, 46%. You get the idea. However, it's odd. Look at it. It's got like the infected gunk. What's going on? But I don't know. Is it white? Is it black? Is it both? Is that still good? I don't know. But Constructed Thompson's only down by 17%. I scroll down a little bit more. Pirate Thompson that came out last year, pretty much all black. It's up 53%. Cyberco Thompson, for a fairly decent amount of time, you were definitely in the positive, but now it's kind of even. Scroll down a little bit more, go down to the past, where we see the likes of Zebra Thompson, pretty much mostly white, up 34%. Over to here, Doodle Thompson, mostly white, up 27%. No Mercy Thompson, up 54%. Blackout Thompson, up 62%. You know, black, white, black, white. They're doing all right. Scroll down a little bit more. Glory Thompson, $16. Yeah, very nice. Right, so This right here, there is another thing. Quarantine skins, or more specifically, quarantine weapons. They are doing good, except the AK. I don't know if this is going to end up exactly with, like the SAR, the crossbow, or the MP5, or is it going to end up like the AK, down by 40%? It's iffy, but at the very least, I will bring this up. Thompsons don't necessarily go down to super cheap prices, so if I could just quickly go over to here, lowest price, what do you see? The cheapest Thompson happens to only be around $1.15. You could probably still do like a $1 buy order, but how low will they go? Well, more specifically with the quarantine Thompson, I don't think it's going to be selling that much. I think there will still be more demand compared to some of those other low-priced Thompsons. It's definitely going to be a situation with, you know what, a decent buy order could still lead to a decent profit, but how many sales are we going to have by next Wednesday? We shall see. I'm not rushing into anything. By all means, if you like it, buy it for yourself, support that skin creator, but if you're looking at it with a financial perspective, wanting to make a decent profit, well, you might want to probably just stick with doing a buy order. That very likely will be the answer. So, moving on, between these two skins, I'll probably talk about Moto Party. Nice looking skin, perfectly fine, straightforward, glow in the dark, neon design. That looks nice, that looks cool, awesome. However, I am questioning things. I can look at the past, I can look at all the garage doors that came out over the past few years, and you might notice that quite a lot of the fairly straightforward looking, interesting looking neon designs do tend to work out quite nicely. But then you also have the likes of First Contact Garage Door, which didn't do very nicely. It's down by $1 at the moment. Neon Jagger Garage Door, you have your own silly story, so we can't really count that one. It's an anomaly, so we'll put it to a side. And then we have the likes of Winter Spirit, but you are a holiday theme skin, so we can't really count you, so we've got to put you aside as well. Neon Vibes Garage Door, currently up by 5%. That's nice. Scroll down a little bit more. What else do we see? We also have the likes of Neon Snowflake, but again, Christmas themed, so put you aside. What else? Well, we basically start going down to like 2021. Okay, Going Deep Garage Door, that's doing very nice. Always Online 24/7, that's doing very nice. Do you see what I mean by neon designs? So, yeah, then we got Neon Pumpkin. It's awkward. I don't fully know how I'm going to go about this, but listen, I don't really think it's going to be selling ridiculously, but I kind of worry it's going to end up exactly like the First Contact Garage Door. Initially, a fun, cute design, but does it really speak to you? Is it something you're going to always want to put out as your garage door? I can't really confidently sit here and say that. Moto Party, bit goofy, bit silly, but is that the thing you're always going to want to have? I don't know, but what I will sit here and say is, once you roll it up, you can still see it. It glows in the dark when it is rolled up, so that might be an advantage you're going to appreciate. That might be something you're always going to like, but it's not like that's the only one that has that, so just bringing it up. Also, you're going to probably ask, Hedge, is there a Twitch drop, a garage door Twitch drop on the horizon? Yes. Yes, there is. And it also has that rolled up glow-in-the-dark situation. So, cool. No, I don't think it's going to be retaining its price. It very likely will probably go down by half. We'll see how many sales happen by next Wednesday. It is abnormal. We'll discuss that next week, but not feeling very confident, I'm afraid. Then we've got the Ditto AR. Unfortunately, AK47. Well, I love using AKs. Yeah, I know, but we just have tons of skins, and there's far too much to compare to. This is selling for the absolute standard price for an AK47. Let's look at this based on highest prices and see where it stands, and it's quite alarming. It's in the upper half. Every single AK that you're going to see below it is less than that. So all of these AKs are below the average price an AK-47 sells for. There's 257 of these in existence. It is madness. Take a look at all the AKs that came out so far this year. Pretty much every single one of them is in a negative, except Thunder Gold AR, which is still doing alright. So yeah, weird spot, strange. Royal Safari only just came out today in terms of being marketable, so I wouldn't really count that one. So yeah, Ditto collection as well. Oh, there's a collection, surely that'll help you out. Well, weapon only collection. By default, weapon only collection skins do not retain their value. Not looking very good, I'm very sorry to say. Skin's totally fine. I showcase it in my rust rotation video along with all the other skins, so feel free to go ahead and give that a good look. We give them a lovely bit of, time, scenery, you get a good look at it, blah blah blah. If you want to see the skins properly, watch the rust rotation video. But yeah, that one right there probably will be a buy order, very likely, I'm sorry to say. So yeah, that was every single skin here in the Rust store. I haven't talked about, fireworks, because, well, they're items that get routinely brought back every now and then. It's July 4th, so they brought the fireworks in. Big surprise. Happy birthday to America, I guess you could say. Right then, so is there anything else that needs to be addressed? Well, what have I been alluding to, the likes of Twitch drops? We, of course, have the FancyOrb Global Warfare 2 Twitch drops that will be released during July 26th to August 2nd, and I do have a video for that. I'll be releasing it over the course of the weekend. Sorry, I'm talking too quickly. So please consider giving that a good watch. I showcase all of them, look at it all in different perspectives, different lighting, try to get the absolute best out of it. It's only like 13 minutes long, so I hope you look forward to that. Is there anything else that we need to be aware of? Well, I mean, all you can really do now is keep an eye on the workshop, see what gets submitted over the course of this weekend. If you don't have a followed authors list set up for the workshop, forgot the word, please consider looking at micro522.com. Not only can you see all the upvotes and downvotes for all the skins, more specifically, I'm looking at the accepted skins right here. Oh, wow. So go over to here. Basically, how it works is all you have to do is click date submitted once, and then you'll see all the newest skins that have been submitted. If you looked at this, let's say on Sunday or Monday, you'll see a lot more skins for week 27 or 2024. So yeah, give this a good look. Also, keep an eye on the likes of what's performing best in terms of score or upvotes, upvote to downvote ratio and whatnot. It's insightful, it's helpful, and it's there for you. It's freely available. Just take a look. Look in the description, you'll see a link to it. It's as simple as that. And don't forget, guys, keep an eye on the commits because, you know, whilst we've finished and whilst we've had the update today, now we can look forward to what's coming out for the August Force Wipe. What might be coming out? I am expecting that monument, the Redtown Redux monument. So, new monument on the horizon. Are you looking forward to it? Keep an eye on the commits. This is also linked in the description, so give that a good look. We also potentially might start seeing details for the new biome, I hope. There's also a new weapon, Blunderbuster. What happened to the SKS? I don't know. Hopefully it gets mentioned soon. There's also potentially a brand new Hazmat DLC with new tools. And, of course, we potentially might be seeing a new, tool cupboard skin as well. But it gets mentioned and then it doesn't get mentioned for like weeks, so we'll see what happens next. But the only way to stay informed is, of course, keep an eye on the commits every now and then. So that's that. That's a wrap. Thank you very much for watching me. I greatly appreciate it. Hope the video was nice and straightforward. I hope you understand everything. And yeah, do consider watching the likes of my Rust Store investing reviews. We go back to the skins, back to the Rust Stores 4 weeks later, and we discuss, did it all work out all right? Did everything match up to expectations? I already said this earlier, but yeah, give it a good watch. So once again, thank you very much for watching. I greatly appreciate it. Have a lovely weekend. Enjoy the July Force Wipe. Look forward to what potentially might be coming out next month. Catch you later. See you and goodbye.